The drafts folder holds the truth I cannot say to you. A hidden library of everything we both went through. I typed out your name and the cursor started to blink. Standing on the edge of a deep and terrifying brink. 400 words detailing how my chest still aches. A careful confession of our very worst mistakes. But my thumb keeps hovering right above the arrow key, knowing that the sending wouldn't bring you back to me. And I'm reading the note that I never sent tonight, staring at the paragraphs in the pale screen light. It's a monument of sorrow built from sentences of pain, pouring on my spirit like a sudden summer rain. It's the heaviest poetry a broken heart could write, but keeping it locked away is keeping my future bright. I wrote about the diner where we used to grab a bite, and how I still stay awake through the middle of the night. I spilled out the anger, then I washed it out with tears, tracing the beautiful wreckage of our golden years. A digital testament to a love that used to be containing every single word that you no longer need. You've already moved along and changed your number two, leaving me with dialogue that won't belong to you. Now I'm reading the note that I never sent tonight, staring at the paragraphs in the pale screen light. It's a monument of sorrow built from sentences of pain, pouring out my spirit like a sudden summer rain. It's the heaviest poetry a broken heart could write, but keeping it locked away is keeping my future bright. But an unsent word can still hold a healing power, a quiet transformation in the darkest midnight hour. I don't need your eyes to read the closure on the page, to step out of the shadows and off this tragic stage. The act of writing it was all my spirit required to burn down the illusion that we previously admired. So I'm selecting all the text, highlighting my own grief, ready for a permanent, beautiful relief. I press the delete key and watch the screen go white, surrendering the ghost into the quiet of the night. Survived the broken heart. Now I'm writing a brand new script for a fresh new start. The indentation on the right side of the mattress stayed, a quiet geometry of a forgotten golden day. I ran my fingers down the fabric where you used to lie, following the curves under a cold and heavy sky. It's a hollow landscape where the warmth has gone away, leaving just a memory that refuses to decay. My hand is hovering over the empty white sheet, trying to make the ghost and the reality meet. And I'm tracing your outline in the dark tonight, drawing your shadow in the pale moonlight, remembering the shoulders that I used to tightly hold before the entire world turned bitter and cold. It's a painful art, mapping out a broken heart, but I'm drawing the line where the healing can start. I track the phantom silhouette along the bedroom wall, where we used to measure out our shadows tall. The space is completely vacant, but the shape remains, etched into the plaster like the oldest stains. A visual reminder of the person that walked out, flooding my entire mind with agony and doubt. I close my eyes and I can see the contours of your face, a beautiful illusion that I can't quite replace. And I'm tracing your outline in the dark tonight, drawing your shadow in the pale moonlight, remembering the shoulders that I used to tightly hold before the entire world turned bitter and cold. It's a painful art, mapping out a broken heart, but I'm drawing the line where the healing can start. But an outline is empty, it doesn't hold a soul, and staring at a vacuum will never make me whole. I am tired of framing the space that you left behind, living in a gallery inside my own mind. So I'm turning on the lamp, letting the brightness pour, washing all the phantoms off the wall and off the floor. The borders are dissolving in the golden sudden beam, waking myself up from this heavy tragic dream. I am taking the chalk and I'm wiping it clean, stepping right out of the background scene. No more tracing your outline in the dark tonight. I'm bathing the bedroom in the morning light, letting go of the shoulders that I used to hold, stepping out of the winter and into the cold. The mapping is over, I survived the broken heart. I am drawing a brand new boundary for a fresh start. The pendulum is swinging in the hallway all alone, cutting through the silence of a dark and empty home. Each reason strike is hidden like a hammer on my chest, a steady declaration that I am no longer blessed. It's been 60 minutes since you packed your final bag, watching the second hand slowly start to lag. The gears are turning tightly behind the glass door, counting up the seconds you don't love me anymore. And I'm drowning in the clouds, heavy tick tonight, waiting for the darkness to surrender to the light. Every single second is a reminder of the past, a cruel calculation that we weren't meant to last. It's the slow, agonizing rhythm of a broken heart, but with every single tick I'm closer to a new start. I remember when the hours used to fly right on by, wrapped up in your arms under a warm summer sky. Time was our ally, we had forever in our hands, building up our future out of golden desert sands. Now the battery is full, but the movement feels slow, freezing me in place where you told me you had to go. The chime hits the hour with a cold metallic ring, echoing the sorrow that the memories bring. That we weren't meant to last. It's a slow, agonizing rhythm of a broken heart, but with every single tick I'm closer to a new start. But a clock only moves in a forward direction, it doesn't look back to rebuild a connection. I am tired of letting the mechanics dictate my grief, looking at the dial, praying for a brief relief. So I'm taking the key and I'm stopping the spring, silencing the internal heavy metal sting. The hands are frozen at 3:15, but the stillness is finally setting me free. Time isn't my enemy, it's washing out the stain, and every passing minute carries off a piece of no more running in the clock's heavy tick tonight. I'm wound up and ready to step into the light. Let the seconds pass by, let the history fade. I'm stepping out of the shadow that the sorrow made. The timing was broken, but I survived the fall, and I'm learning how to live after losing it all. The highway lines are blurring and the yellow exit signs, driving through the borders of the life we left behind. The GPS is telling me there's only 2 miles left, steering through a neighborhood that's suddenly bereft. I pull into the driveway, see the porch light burning bright, just like the welcome home we used to share on Friday night. But the passenger seat is empty, throwing shadows on the dash, watching all our history turn into sudden ash. And I'm almost home without you by my side tonight, staring at the front door in the pale dashboard light. The keys are in my fingers, but the house has lost its soul. Trying to find the pieces of a heart that once was whole. It's a lonely final stretch of a love that fell apart, but every mile behind me is a step toward a new start. I walk up to to the threshold where we carved out our names, passing by the hallway full of empty wooden frames. The echo of your laughter is still hanging in the hall, a beautiful cruel phantom bouncing off the kitchen wall. I dropped my keys onto the counter right where yours used to lie. Before you packed the boxes and you gave a cold goodbye. The kettle's on the stove, but I'm only making one. We're learning how to live now that the movie's completely done. And I'm almost home without you by my side tonight, staring at the front door in the pale dashboard light. The keys are in my fingers, but the house is lost its soul, trying to find the pieces of a heart that once was whole. It's a lonely final stretch of a love that fell apart, but every mile behind me is a step toward a new start. But a house is just a structure made of timber, brick and stone. It doesn't mean I'm broken just because I am alone. I'm tired of looking backward at the taillights in the dark, hoping that a memory might reignite the spark. So I'm rearranging furniture and opening the blinds, leaving all the agony and bitter dust behind. The address stays the same, but the story's gonna change. Building a new sanctuary out of what feels strange. I am unlocking the future, stepping through the fear, finding out that home is anywhere. My vision's clear. Sorrow had to part. I'm standing in my kitchen with a brand new start. I take a look at the mirror in the early morning light, tracing the pale lines from the damage of our final fight. The wounds have closed up, but the marks are still on display. A map of the exact moment that you decided to walk away. I used to try to hide them under sweaters and cosmetic glow, terrified of letting any piece of my true damage show. But still the threads are running through the places where I used to bleed, turning into the very strength that my broken spirit was going to need. And I'm wearing these beautiful scars on my chest tonight, shining like armor in the pale silver moonlight. Every single line is a reminder that I survived the fall, a testament that I am standing tall after losing it all. It's a painful architecture built from a shattered heart. these beautiful scars are where the brand new story starts. We were a porcelain vase that dropped straight onto the floor, shattered into 1,000 pieces by the slamming of the door. I spent weeks trying to glue the old shape back the same, burning my fingers on the memories and the heavy blame. Then I found a way to fill the cracks with pure liquid gold, embracing the rugged beauty of a story that is growing old. The seams are bright and broken, but the structure is twice as tough, proving that the mended version of my soul is more than enough. And I'm wearing these beautiful scars on my chest tonight, shining like armor in the pale silver moonlight. Every single line is a reminder that I survived the fall, a testament that I am standing tall after losing it all. It's a painful architecture built from a shattered heart, but these beautiful scars are where the brand new story starts. A flawless canvas never learns how to truly hold it straight, and you cannot find your power if you never face the stinging pain. I am no longer wishing that our history could be completely erased, or regretting a single heavy storm that my spirit had to face. The tearing down was brutal, but the rebuilding is profound. I am lifting my heavy crown above this dusty, scorched earth ground. These marks are not a weakness, and they're not a badge of shame. They are the physical proof that I am stepping out of the I am celebrating these beautiful scars on my chest tonight, bathing the wreckage in a brilliant golden morning light. Every single line is a reminder that I survived the fall, a testament that I am stronger after losing it all. The architecture is solid, I rebuilt the shattered heart, and these beautiful scars are the masterpiece of my new start. My boots are sitting heavy on the edge of the hardwood floor, staring at the absolute distance between my feet and the front door. For 3 whole months I've been frozen right here in this room, wrapped up in the shadows of love that met its sudden doom. The dust has settled on the boxes of the things you left behind, a physical reminder of the ghosts inside my mind. But the air is shifting quietly, the sun is hitting the wall, telling me it's time to rise after this heavy, tragic fall. And I'm taking the first step forward into the light tonight, lifting my face up as the darkness surrenders its fight. My knees are shaking violently, but my vision is crystal clear, walking right out of the shadows. of my heart. The hallway feels like a mountain that I'm forced to climb alone, echoing the bitter silence of this newly empty home. I pass the mirror where we used to look before we went outside, but I don't see the version of me that broke down and cried. I see a rugged survivor with the spark back in the eyes, ready to strip away the weight of your cold and final lies. My hand reaches out for the brass knob, cool and solid to the touch, realizing that losing you didn't actually cost me too much. And I'm taking the first step forward into the light tonight, lifting my face up as the darkness surrenders its fight. My knees are shaking violently, but my vision is crystal clear, walking right out of the shadow of my deepest, darkest fear. It's only a few short inches to break this prison apart, but this first step forward is the rebirth of my heart. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single pace, and you cannot find your future if you're stuck in the same place. I am tired of safety zones built out of old regret, living in a tragic loop of a love I should forget. So I'm turning the lock right now, hearing the deadbolt slide, throwing the engines wide open to the world outside. The wind is hitting my face, fresh and incredibly sweet, as I place my very first footprint onto the concrete street. Threshold is crossed forever. I survived the broken heart, and this first step forward is the masterpiece of my new start. The ballroom floor is covered in a layer of grayish. The final chords of our love song at a sudden tragic crash. I'm standing in the ruins of the castle that we built, holding on to fragments of the promises and guilt. You left me mid-crescendo, dancing with a phantom ghost, right at the exact moment that my spirit needed you most. The violins have gone quiet, the lights have turned to black, leaving me with footsteps that are never coming back. But I am dancing the phoenix, walked so by myself tonight, stepping through the embers as the dark surrenders to light. 1, 2, 3, I am letting go of the heavy pain. 4, 5, 6, I am rising up through the smoke again. It's a bittersweet melody, born from a shattered heart. This phoenix waltz is the rhythm of my brand new start. The smoke is curling upward from the bridge we used to cross, a hazy shifting monument to an unexpected loss. I track the sustained circles where our spinning used to be, relearning how to balance now that it is only me. I used to think the fire was the ending of the play, a brutal execution to burn all our dreams away. But the heat is melting down the chains you placed upon my mind, leaving every ounce of your bitter weight behind. But I am dancing the phoenix waltz all by myself tonight, stepping through the embers as the dark surrenders to light. 1, 2, 3, I am letting go of the heavy pain. 4, 5, 6, I am rising up through the smoke again. It's a bittersweet melody born from a shattered heart, but this phoenix waltz is the rhythm of my brand new start. To build a brand new kingdom, sometimes the old one has to fall, and you have to brave the fire if you wanna stand up tall. I am shaking off the cinders, spreading out my golden wings, turning a deaf ear to the tragedy the shadow sings. The ballroom may be broken, but my feet are moving fast, spinning right out of the prison of our heavy haunted past. I am transforming the wreckage into a beautiful sky. Watch the spectacular moment that I learned how to finishing the phoenix waltz in the brilliant morning light, soaring high above the embers, out of your mind and sight. 1, 2, 3, I have washed away the stinging pain. 4, 5, 6, I am completely whole and healed again. The tragic melody is over. I survived the broken heart, and this phoenix waltz was the masterpiece of my new start. The coffee cup is sitting where you left it on the stand, a simple porcelain reminder of a once unbroken hand. I thought that I would hate you for the way you had to go, letting anger color everything we used to know. Fury wouldn't fix the quiet space inside my room, and it couldn't stop the garden from its sudden heavy doom. So I'm looking at the wreckage with a different kind of eye, finding soft forgiving borders in this bitter cold goodbye. And I'm finding grace in the grief tonight. track the history of us through the photos on the wall. Before the sudden winter made our golden kingdom fall. You weren't a villain and I wasn't always right. We were just two fragile people burning out into the night. I released you from the promises you couldn't afford to keep, washing out the bitterness with every tear I weep. The gratitude is heavier than the sting of being left, an unexpected comfort in a spirit so bereft. And I'm finding grace in the grief tonight, surrendering the anger till the weight feels alive. I'm blessing the memories that used to make me bleed, sifting through the sorrow for the lessons that I need. It's a quiet revolution of a broken heart, choosing love over the damage as I make a new start. Because a heart that only hates will never learn how to heal. It stays frozen in the tragedy of what it used to feel. I am unlocking the prison doors and letting down my guard, accepting that the beautiful things can also be so hard. I thank you for the summer and the work you brought my way. Even if the autumn came and swept it all away, my hands are open wide now, I am letting go of blame, stepping forward softly as I refrain your name. I am walking with grace in the grief tonight, bathing all the heavy tears in brilliant morning light. I've honored the memories that used to make me bleed, and I'm planting all the sorrow like a brand new seed. The revolution is finished in this mended heart. I am forgiving the past to protect my new start. I run my fingers down the ragged edges of my skin, tracing out the map of where your storm had taken in. You left me shattered like a glass upon the kitchen floor. The day you took your keys and slammed the heavy wooden door. I used to try to hide the damage under heavy layers, whispering your name inside my desperate midnight prayers. But something changed inside the dark when I began to see that every tear was washing out a stronger part of me. And I've got scars that shine like diamonds in the dark tonight, reflecting all the sorrow into beautiful bright light. Every single break is where the power started growing, a brilliant neon boundary that my healing soul is showing. It's a painful architecture built from a broken heart, but these scars that shine are making me a living work of art. The world will tell you flaws are things you're supposed to hide away, to paint over the cracks and make the damage look okay. But I am filling up the spaces with the liquid gold, embracing all the jagged lines of stories to be told. You thought you left me ruined in the ashes of the flame, a tragic little casualty who couldn't bear the shame. But you just stripped the armor down so I could finally find the unbreakable, pure spirit that you left behind. And I've got scars that shine like diamonds in the dark tonight, reflecting all the sorrow into beautiful, bright light. Every single break is where the power started growing, a brilliant neon boundary that my healing soul is showing. It's a painful architecture built from a broken heart, but these scars that shine are making me a living work of art. A perfect porcelain structure never learns to stand up straight, and you will never find your light if you run away from pain. I'm no longer wishing that you never walked away, or regretting all the bitter words we shouted out that day. The tearing down was heavy, but the rising is profound. I am lifting my own crown right above this dusty ground. These marks are not a weakness, they're the physical design of a heart that faced the winter and still learned how to align. Look at these scars that shine like diamonds in the morning light, bathing all the wreckage in a view that's clear and bright. Every single break is where the power started growing, a brilliant golden boundary that my healed soul is showing. The architecture solid, I survived the broken heart, and these scars that shine are leading me into a fresh new start. The silence in this empty house was deafening at first. A hollow, quiet stadium where my heavy spirit burst. I sat beside the piano keys, too terrified to play, choked up on the bitter words you chose to throw away. The first few weeks were dissonant, a chaotic, painful noise, a sudden tragic stripping of my confidence and poise. But then I heard a rhythmic pulse inside my trembling chest, a steady, quiet metronome that refused to let me rest. And I'm conducting a symphony of survival tonight, turning all the heavy dark into a blinding light. The violins are weeping, but the brass is standing tall, playing out the anthem that I didn't break at all. It's a magnificent arrangement of a shattered, mended heart, and every single crying note is where the triumphs start. I take the sad motifs we made and change the key signature, erasing your cold shadow from my future miniature. The cello tracks the agony of the night you walked on out, but the percussion crashes down to clear away the doubt. I am layering the harmonies, building up the track, realizing that I'm never ever looking just because the room is trapped. I am waving my baton to clear the phantom crowd away. Stepping up to center stage to greet a brand new day. The minor scales are shifting to a major soaring peak, giving a giant stadium voice to the words I used to speak. The breakdown was essential for the overture to rise. Watch the spectacular moment that I claim my golden broken heart. And this symphony of survival is my beautiful new start. I'm standing by the mirror watching my own armor crack, realizing there is no way to go and patch it back. I spent so many seasons trying to keep the walls upright, pretending I was bulletproof through every single fight. You left me with a heavy choice to make inside the dark, to keep pretending or to finally face the painful mark. I always thought that staying strong and holding in the tears, but keeping up this fake disguise has cost me wasted years. And I am finally brave enough to break tonight, surrendering the heavy shield and stepping in the light. Let the fragile pieces shatter all across the floor. I'm not trying to protect the old illusions anymore. It's a terrifying moment when the structure falls apart, but being brave enough to break is how I open up my heart. The fault lines in my spirit are beginning to expand, slipping like a handful of dry desert sand. I'm dropping the defense mechanisms that you left behind, clearing out the careful traps inside my own mind. It hurts to look the failure in the face and let it be, to admit that you walked out and changed the destiny of me. But the truth is coming down just like a sudden summer rain, and I am finally leaning right into the stinging pain. And I am finally brave enough to break tonight, surrendering the heavy shield and stepping in the light. Let the fragile pieces shatter all across the floor. I'm not trying to protect the old illusions anymore. It's a terrifying moment when the structure falls apart, but being brave enough to break is how I open up my heart. Because a seed can never grow if it remains completely whole. It has to tear its outer shell to find its living soul. And the sky can never clear until the lightning crashes loud, pouring out the heavy rain from every single cloud. I am shedding all the expectation, letting go of pride, no longer looking for a quiet corner left to hide. The collapse is not a failure and it's not a badge of shame. It's the only way to build myself up stronger from the flame. essential for the true rebirth to start. I am rebuilding a masterpiece from this wide open heart. I thought I finally cleared your name out of my daily loop. No longer looking backward at our broken, tragic group. My steps were getting steady and the colors looked so bright. I slept straight through the clock without a panic in the night. But then I passed the coffee shop where we used to sit and read, and suddenly the old cold crashed and made my spirit bleed. A phantom sent a cedar wood, a sudden heavy blur, and I'm right back in the winter of the person that we were. And it's a sudden glitch in the healing tonight, a pixelated freeze right in the middle of the fight. The timeline is skipping and the progress bar stalls, replaying the exact moment that our castle walls fall. It's a temporary system failure of a mended heart, but a minor technical delay won't tear my world apart. I'll say recovery is a straight and narrow line, that after 60 days or so your soul will feel just fine. But memory's a ghost that hides inside the hard drive space, waiting for a random spark to bring back your face. The screen is flickering with words you used to say to me, a rhythmic painful reminder of what we used to be. I'm breathing in the static air, my fingers getting cold, stuck inside a loop of a story already told. In the healing tonight, a pixelated freeze right in the middle of the fight. The timeline is skipping and the progress bar stalls, replaying the exact moment that our castle walls fall. It's a temporary system failure of a mended heart, but a minor technical delay won't tear my world apart. It is not a total break, it's just a momentary shadow that the system had to take. Progress isn't perfect, it moves in jagged rough degrees, and I can still stand tall even when I'm on my knees. I am running a diagnostic on the sorrow in my chest, allowing the small error code to settle down and rest. I am hitting the refresh key, clearing out the cache, watching the illusion of your lingering ghost crash. Healing tonight, forcing the machine back into the morning light. The timeline is moving and the progress bar clear, stepping past the memory of these sudden heavy tears. The system is updated, I survived the broken heart, and this beautiful recovery is ready for its next part. I'm standing in the scrapyard of the dreams we used to chase, picking up the jagged iron you left across this place. We were a high-speed engine that ran straight off the track, leaving a trail of smoke and steel that I can't carry back. I used to sit among the debris, blinded by the dust, staring at the broken gears covered in cold regret and rust. But as I touched the twisted metal under the heavy rain, I see a brand new structure hiding deep inside the pain. And I'm turning this wreckage into wings tonight, forging an armor that is ready for a higher flight. Every broken promise is a feather made of steel, lifting up my body from the agony I feel. It's a heavy industrial rebirth of a shattered heart, but this wreckage into wings is where the triumphs start. You thought you left me grounded where the chassis hit the floor, a permanent disaster by the slamming of the door. But every single bolt you threw to tear my spirit down is becoming the foundation to pull me off the ground. I'm welding together the pieces of my dented pride, no longer looking for a hollow corner left to hide. The fire that you started didn't destroy the final frame, it just melted down the constraints so I could step out of the flame. And I'm turning this wreckage into wings tonight, forging an armor that is ready for a higher flight. Every broken promise is a feather made of steel, lifting up my body from the agony I feel. It's a heavy industrial rebirth of a shattered heart, but this wreckage into wings is where the triumphs start. An airplane only rises when it flies against the wind, and you cannot see the horizon until the old view has pinned. I am tired of scavenging through a history that is dead, looking at the crash site when the sky is up ahead. So I'm tightening the rivets, checking the engine spark, preparing for a takeoff right through the heavy dark. The collision was catastrophic, the ending was profound, but watch the spectacular moment. I lift off from the Look at me turning this wreckage into wings tonight, soaring high above the scrap heap in the morning light. The broken promises are lifting me above the pain, flying through the thunder, completely whole and healed again. The ground level is over, I survived the broken heart. And these wreckage into wings are the masterpiece of my new start. is completely still. A quiet wasteland sitting on our familiar hill. The caution tape is hanging from the porch where we used to kiss. A stark reminder of the future we are bound to miss. I'm walking through the debris of the words we threw like stones, an archaeologist of sorrow inside this house of bones. The foundation is cracked right where your shadow used to stand, leaving a desert of dust in the palm of my hand. And I'm standing in the aftermath of us tonight, surveying the damage in the cold morning light. The landscape is broken, the structural losses are deep, counting up the promises that we couldn't afford to keep. It's a desolate view of a love that fell apart, but the aftermath of us is where the clearing can start. I find a shattered coffee mug under the kitchen sink, a tiny casualty that forces me to think. We didn't notice the tremors before the final break, ignoring all the warning signs for our sanity's sake. Now the emergency sirens have faded into the dark, leaving me with the silence and a permanent mark. I'm collecting the salvage, the parts to survive the crash, refusing to let my whole identity turn into ash. And I'm standing in the aftermath of us tonight, surveying the damage in the cold morning light. The landscape is broken, the structural losses are deep, counting up the promises that we couldn't afford to keep. It's a desolate view of a love that fell apart, but the aftermath of us is where the clearing can start. But the soil is always richest right after the volcano blows, and that's the exact place where the wildest clover grows. I am tired of putting up scaffolds to save a ruined town, accepting the reality that everything fell down. So I'm hiring a crew of one to clear the heavy floor, sweeping out the memories that don't serve me anymore. The zone is declared safe, the danger has officially passed. I am building a new sanctuary that is going to last. I am moving past the aftermath of us tonight, bathing the whole valley in a brilliant golden light. The landscape is changing, the structural losses are healed, stepping into the freedom that the disaster revealed. The clearing is finished, I survived the broken heart, and the aftermath of us is a beautiful new start. spotlight cuts across the empty rows of plastic chairs, bouncing off the concrete steps and the vacant thoroughfares. This arena used to echo with the thunder of our name. 80,000 voices cheering for a heavy game. Now the banners are hanging limp in the freezing midnight air, a massive hollow monument to a love that isn't there. I'm standing on the center line where we stood side by side before the stadium went quiet and the giant anthem died. And I'm standing in a silent stadium tonight, looking at the scoreboard flashing out of sight. The crowd has packed their bags and the stadium lights are dim, left with the memory of a game I couldn't win. It's a deafening stillness for a broken, bleeding heart. The final buzzer ringing is where the clearing can start. The locker room is empty, all your jerseys are cleared out, leaving just the static noise of my own fear and doubt. I remember the championship promises we used to make before the pressure cracked the field and caused the ground to break. Now the confetti is dirty, swept into a corner pile, a tragic little graveyard of our very final smile. The megaphone is quiet, the speakers have lost their power, leaving me with 0 seconds in this lonely midnight hour. Where the clearing can start. But an athlete doesn't quit just because the season's done, and a stadium can rebuild long before the morning sun. I am tired of playing matches against a phantom ghost, defending an empty goalpost that hurts my spirit the most. So I'm walking down the tunnel, leaving the field behind, clearing out the stadium seats inside my own mind. The off-season is heavy, but the train makes me tough, proving that the solo version of my soul is more than enough. Grandstands are completely empty. I heal the broken heart, and stepping out of the gates is the masterpiece of my new start. I start the autopsy of us on this cold linoleum floor, dissecting every word you said before you hit the door. The x-rays show the fractures in the things we use. used to trust, a beautiful skeleton turning slowly into dust. I isolate the chamber where the anger used to hide, tracing all the chemical changes deep inside. The charts are laid out wide across the empty kitchen space, trying to map the science of how you left without a trace. And I'm studying the anatomy of letting go tonight, learning how the muscle heals away from your sight, separating your ghost from the rhythm of my breath, finding life again inside this sudden quiet death. It's a clinical breakdown of a shattered, bleeding heart, but understanding the damage is the first step to a start. The brain is keeping records of the night the lines went flat, replaying the final warning signs of where our love was at. But the lung capacity is growing since the moment that you left, replacing the suffocating weight inside a chest bereft. I pull the wires from the monitor, silence the alarm, refusing to let you phantom, 'cause any further harm, the neural pathways are rerouting, clearing out your name, washing out the physical memory of the blame. And I'm studying the anatomy of letting go tonight, learning how the muscle heals away from your side, separating your ghost from the rhythm of my breath, finding life again inside this sudden quiet death. It's a clinical breakdown of a shattered, bleeding heart, but understanding the damage is the first step to a start. Because a body cannot function if it's clinging to decay, and cells will always sacrifice to find a better way. I am shedding the old skin that your fingers used to trace, reclaiming the physical borders of my own space. The incision was deep and the recovery is slow, but the biology of survival is forcing me to grow. My pulse is steadying out, the fever starts to break. I am taking back every single breath you try to take. I am mastered the anatomy of letting go tonight, bathing the whole laboratory in the morning light. The muscle has completely healed, the rhythm is secure, stepping into a future that is newly clean and pure. The operation is finished, I survived the broken heart, and the science of my survival is a beautiful new start.